Hello. Um, Congratulations on the new job. It looks great. I mean, I'm excited for you. I did some looking around on the Comic Con HQ app, and there are definitely a few people I know. Don't know everyone in the industry, obviously, but a few names I recognize, including Adam Sessler, who after the end of G4, I needed some place, to get some video game information. I always liked him, and I had never really watched much YouTube, but found out he was on Rev 3 Games. So I also discovered Anthony Carboni there, but that led me to finding a few other things, including SourceFed, which obviously led me to you. So that's kind of a nice circle for me. Uh, but yeah, it does look like there's a lot of interesting stuff on the channel. Just between your show and Conman, which I haven't seen yet, but I've been meaning to check out since last year at New York Comic Con. I saw their panel, and the show looks hysterical. So seeing that's going to be there and another season, uh, I've already signed up, but I'll most likely keep being signed up. Once the free trial's over. As for myself, my dream job, and this is a horrible answer, but I don't really know. um, uh, I guess I'm kind of, you know, still in that don't know what I want to do with my life phase, which I know I'm, 20, 25 years older than most people who are in that phase. But I guess luckily I don't have any real ties. I could always change my career at any moment, and I realize my job is probably not going to be the same much longer. Um, yeah, I always find it hard to, you know, what would be a job that would combine what I like and what I enjoy with, you know, what I can actually do. Um, Probably as a kid, I probably would have said baseball player. Pretty much probably wanted to have the career Derek Jeter had, but alas, athletics were not in my future. Uh, no athletic ability. And as I've gotten older, I've also, I still enjoy sports. I've probably gotten more into the geekier stuff than the sports stuff. Yeah, so since I have a kind of crappy answer, I didn't do last week's on selfies. I had planned on doing it, but I just was working late. I was a little under the weather, and I just didn't have the time, or I guess probably more accurately, energy to do it. So I'm just doing kind of most of what I was thinking, but just one story of a kid I work with. He's been working where I am since he's about 15, about 2 years now, and he's someone from when he first started working there. Everyone likes him. He's a nice kid. He's friendly, personable. Uh, you know, Someone I would say he's probably a good-looking kid. Who's always in good shape. He was on the wrestling team, so he's athletic. But after his first wrestling season, while he was working with us, he decided to take it more seriously and work out a lot. He was a gym. I think he said like 6 days a week, and he really bulked up. I mean, he uh, really became a big kid. And I know he said he started taking a lot of selfies, including a lot of sleeveless or a few shirtless selfies. And if you just saw them and didn't know him, it would probably look like some narcissistic musclehead. Sorry. You know, just showing off for everyone. Uh, because first of all, I knew him, so I knew he was a good kid. I also talked to him when he first started it. He was kind of wanted to just one of those before and after things. You know, take the shirtless picture of yourself before you start working out, and then after. Later on, I had a conversation with him about exercising, and I was talking about my experience. How as much as it got me in better shape physically, I felt more than physically, it helped me mentally. Uh, so he started talking about his workout thing and saying, he kind of agreed with me. It was, it can be a stress reliever. But he also talked about how insecure he was before he started working out. Uh, and now that he's worked out more, he's got this, you know, big muscular body. He's more confident in himself. And obviously hopefully your appearance isn't all that, is your whole value of yourself is in your appearance. But looking at it from that perspective, I see it less as someone who is narcissistic and more as someone who you see the insecure part and someone looking for those likes on those pictures. And I know it's different with everyone, but I think the majority of people have at least some degree of self sorry of insecurity. Some of us like me more than others, but and so well, I'm sure for some people there is narcissism involved. I think for most people it's insecurity. I think I said insecurity, but and I think it goes for whether it is selfies or tweeting out something hoping to get a like. You know, especially in this age where everything is out there and we it seems like we feel the need to document everything, not just ourselves, but I mean, go through Facebook and see how many pictures of people's food you'll see. So yeah, I just wanted to briefly mention that story and say, I more things I go into with that, but this is kind of like part two of this video. I won't. Just like, yeah, I think it comes more from that insecurity and need of acceptance, and even if it's just a like from some stranger on Instagram or Twitter or something, more of that than it is, you know, narcissism. Maybe it is being self-obsessed a little. I think we all are a little self-absorbed in ourselves. I think that's a lot of where the insecurity comes from. All right. Well, thanks for listening and goodbye.